The idea sounds impossible at first. Pakistan and Israel, two nations separated by geography, culture, and history, existing in entirely different strategic worlds. No shared border, no direct diplomatic relations, no traditional battlefield between them. And yet, in the modern age, wars no longer require proximity. Distance has become irrelevant. Intent, perception, and alliances matter far more. It begins quietly, the way most dangerous things do. A statement appears on international newswires late at night. Pakistan condemns a military operation in the Middle East, calling it a humanitarian catastrophe and a violation of international law. Israel responds within hours, dismissing the accusation and warning unnamed countries against indirect interference. The words are sharp but familiar. Analysts barely raise their eyebrows. At first, then something shifts. Social media fills with speculation. Intelligence experts begin speaking more cautiously on television. Military analysts stop using hypotheticals and start saying phrases like "if escalation continues" and "worst-case scenario planning." Diplomats who once avoided the topic are suddenly unavailable for comment. Behind the scenes, signals are moving. Cyber units in both countries notice unusual activity, probing attacks, test intrusions, digital footprints that feel deliberate, almost like someone knocking on a door just to see who answers. No damage yet, just pressure, a reminder that someone is watching. Most civilians never notice this phase. There are no explosions, no sirens, no smoke. Life continues as usual. Markets open, schools operate, planes take off, but under the surface, systems are being mapped, weaknesses quietly identified. Then the first real disruption hits. In parts of Pakistan, financial services experience brief outages, transactions fail, networks slow. Officials blame technical issues, but engineers know better. Almost simultaneously, Israeli infrastructure faces similar disturbances. Communications briefly drop. Transportation systems glitch. Emergency services report unexplained delays. No one claims responsibility. That's how modern conflict announces itself, not with a roar, but with interference. The world starts paying attention. News outlets frame it carefully. Rising tensions, digital escalation. War of words turns technical. Governments urge calm while privately demanding intelligence briefings. Military readiness levels inch upward, quietly, without public announcements. Pakistan's leadership meets behind closed doors. The military presents data showing unusual surveillance patterns. Israel's defense establishment reaches similar conclusions. Both sides believe the other is testing limits, searching for reaction thresholds. Neither side wants war. Both sides prepare for it anyway. Then comes the incident that changes tone. A strike hits a strategic target belonging to a regional actor closely aligned with Israel. The attack is precise, technologically sophisticated, and impossible to ignore. Within hours, speculation points toward external support. Analysts mention Pakistani military technology not as proof, but as possibility. Pakistan denies involvement. Israel doesn't dismiss the idea. This is where perception becomes more powerful than fact. Israel responds not against Pakistan directly, but against what it describes as extended threat networks, limited strikes, carefully chosen targets, a message without open declaration. The kind of response designed to warn without igniting full conflict. In Islamabad, the reaction is immediate. Emergency meetings stretch into dawn. Civilian leadership debates restraint versus response. Military commanders warn that silence could invite further action. Diplomats argue that escalation could spiral beyond control. The decision is made to respond but asymmetrically. Instead of missiles, information is released. Intelligence dossiers leak to international media. Allegations of covert operations, financial networks, foreign activities. Some information is accurate. Some is exaggerated. Some is planted deliberately to confuse. Truth becomes blurred. Global reaction is swift. Stock markets dip. Oil prices surge. Airlines reroute flights. Insurance companies revise risk models overnight. Countries with no direct involvement begin issuing travel advisories. Fear spreads faster than facts ever could. Ordinary people start to feel it. In Pakistan, rumors of shortages spark panic buying. In Israel, emergency preparedness guidelines circulate quietly through workplaces and schools. Parents talk in lowered voices. People refresh news feeds obsessively, searching for reassurance that never quite arrives. The situation deteriorates not because anyone wants it to, but because momentum takes over. A military exercise is misinterpreted as preparation. A radar anomaly triggers alarms. A missile defense test is detected by satellites and briefly flagged as a possible launch. For 12 terrifying minutes, command centers across multiple countries prepare for the unthinkable. Then the alert is canceled. False alarm. The world exhales, but the damage is permanent. From this point forward, every move is viewed through the lens of worst-case assumptions. Trust evaporates. De-escalation becomes politically risky. Leaders fear appearing weak more than they fear catastrophe. Proxy conflicts intensify. Groups aligned with broader regional interests become more aggressive, better funded, more heavily armed. Each side denies direct control while benefiting strategically. The conflict spreads without ever being officially declared, until the moment it becomes undeniable. A direct strike lands on an Israeli military asset. The evidence is no longer ambiguous. The technology used points clearly toward Pakistani involvement. There is no room left for plausible deniability. Israel responds swiftly. Airspace restrictions expand. Long-range capabilities are activated. Pakistan places strategic forces on high alert, not as a threat, but as a warning. The message is unspoken but clear. Escalation has limits, and crossing them would change everything. The world watches in silence. This is no longer a hypothetical. This is no longer analysts debating on television. This is history unfolding in real time. Diplomatic backchannels ignite. Neutral countries rush to mediate. Emergency sessions convene at international forums. Allies are pressured to take sides or at least clarify where they stand. Every decision feels heavier than the last. Because everyone involved understands one terrifying truth. There is no winning scenario here. Only varying degrees of loss. And as the clock ticks forward, the question is no longer whether Pakistan and Israel can fight a war but whether the world can survive the consequences if they do.